Antarctica. A continent so remote, so hostile, and so unforgiving that even today, large parts of it remain unexplored. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than an endless wasteland of snow and ice. But what if that isn't the whole story? What if beneath those frozen plains lies an ancient world hidden from human eyes for millions of years? A world of buried mountains, hidden lakes, underground rivers, strange geological formations, and mysteries so unusual that they have inspired theories about lost civilizations, secret military bases, and even extraterrestrial activity. Over the years, satellite images have sparked countless debates. Internet investigators have claimed to discover giant structures hidden beneath the ice. Others believe Antarctica may hold evidence of a forgotten chapter of human history. Most of these theories sound unbelievable. Some are almost certainly false. But here's the strange part. The real discoveries scientists have made beneath Antarctica may be even more incredible than the myths. Tonight, we're separating fact from fiction as we explore one of the last great mysteries on Earth. What is really hidden beneath Antarctica's ice? To understand the mystery, we first need to understand Antarctica itself. Antarctica isn't just another continent. It's an entirely different world. Covering roughly 14 million square kilometers, Antarctica is larger than Europe. Temperatures can drop below -80 degrees Celsius. Winds can exceed 300 kilometers per hour. It is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth. In fact, Antarctica is technically the world's largest desert. Almost 98% of its surface is covered by ice. In some places, that ice is more than 4 kilometers thick. Imagine standing on a frozen surface and knowing that beneath your feet lies a landscape taller than mountains, deeper than valleys, and older than human civilization itself. For centuries, Antarctica remained hidden from the world. Ancient maps hinted at a southern continent. Explorers searched for it. Sailors told stories about a frozen land at the bottom of the Earth. But it wasn't until the 19th century that humans finally confirmed its existence. Even then, reaching Antarctica was almost impossible. The brutal weather destroyed ships. Crews disappeared. Expeditions failed. Antarctica seemed determined to keep its secrets. And perhaps it succeeded. Because what scientists would eventually discover beneath the ice would completely change our understanding of the continent. During the 20th century, scientists began using radar to look beneath Antarctica's ice sheets. What they found was astonishing. Antarctica wasn't simply a block of frozen ice. Beneath the surface existed an entire hidden world. Valleys, basins, rivers, and lakes. Lots of lakes. One discovery stood out above all others. A gigantic body of water buried beneath nearly 4 kilometers of ice. Today, it's known as Lake Vostok. From above, nothing seems unusual, just endless ice stretching to the horizon. But below that frozen surface lies one of the largest lakes on Earth. The lake is roughly 250 kilometers long and 50 kilometers wide. More incredible still, scientists believe it may have been isolated from the outside world for millions of years. Think about that. Entire species on Earth evolved, thrived, and vanished, while this hidden ecosystem remained sealed beneath the ice. Naturally, a question emerged. Could life exist there? If microorganisms survived in complete darkness for millions of years, they would represent one of the most extraordinary biological discoveries in history. Researchers eventually drilled through the ice and collected samples. What they found sparked excitement across the scientific community. Evidence suggested microbial life may indeed exist within this isolated environment. Suddenly, Antarctica wasn't just a frozen continent, it was a biological time capsule. But Lake Vostok wasn't the only surprise hidden below, because scientists soon discovered something even larger. Imagine discovering a mountain range the size of the Alps, not on another planet, right here on Earth, hidden beneath Antarctica. That's exactly what happened. Deep beneath East Antarctica lies the Gamburtsev mountain range. The peaks rise thousands of meters into the air, yet no human has ever stood on them. No climber has reached their summit. No photographer has captured them directly, because they are completely buried beneath ice. The discovery puzzled scientists. Mountain ranges typically form when tectonic plates collide. But Antarctica's geological history didn't seem to fit the standard explanation. How did these mountains form? Why were they located there? And how had they remained hidden for so long? Even today, researchers continue investigating the mystery. The more scientists looked beneath Antarctica's surface, the stranger the continent became. But while science uncovered hidden landscapes, others began asking a different question. What if Antarctica wasn't always frozen? What if Antarctica wasn't always the frozen wilderness we know today? What if, long before humans recorded history, this continent looked completely different? That question has fueled one of the most fascinating and controversial mysteries surrounding Antarctica. Because according to some theories, Antarctica may once have been warm enough to support forests, rivers, and perhaps even advanced life. But where did this idea come from? The story begins in 1929. In a museum in Istanbul, researchers rediscovered an old map created by an Ottoman admiral named Piri Reis. The map itself wasn't unusual. Ancient maps are found all the time. But one section immediately caught the attention of historians. Some researchers believe the southern portion of the map appeared to resemble Antarctica. Not modern Antarctica, Antarctica without ice. If true, it would create an enormous mystery. Antarctica's ice sheet is believed to be millions of years old. Human civilization is only a tiny fraction of that age. So how could a 16th century map show details of a continent supposedly hidden beneath ice for ages? Supporters of the theory proposed a startling possibility. They argued that Piri Reis may have copied information from much older source maps, maps created by a lost civilization that existed before recorded history. A civilization with advanced navigation and geographical knowledge. It sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. And for decades, the theory spread across books, documentaries, and later, the internet. The mystery became even more intriguing when scientists confirmed something unexpected. Antarctica wasn't always frozen. Millions of years ago, the continent was dramatically different. Fossils discovered beneath the ice revealed evidence of ancient forests. Researchers found remains of plants that could only survive in much warmer climates. At one point in Earth's distant past, Antarctica was green. Rivers flowed across its surface. Trees grew in its soil. Dinosaurs roamed the landscape. Suddenly, the idea of an ice-free Antarctica didn't seem impossible. The continent truly had been transformed, but that didn't necessarily mean humans had ever lived there, or that anyone had mapped it. As the theory evolved, some people connected Antarctica to another famous mystery, Atlantis. The legendary lost civilization described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. According to Plato, Atlantis was an advanced society that disappeared beneath the sea after a catastrophic event. Over the centuries, countless locations have been proposed as Atlantis, the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, even Antarctica. Some theorists suggested Antarctica itself could be the remains of Atlantis. They argued that a dramatic shift in Earth's crust might have moved the continent into its current position, burying the civilization beneath ice. If true, Atlantis might still exist somewhere below Antarctica's frozen surface, waiting to be discovered. It's a fascinating idea. But when scientists examined the evidence, serious problems emerged. The Piri Reis map doesn't actually show Antarctica in a clear or definitive way. Most historians believe the southern landmass is likely a distorted representation of South America. Furthermore, no credible archaeological evidence has ever been found beneath Antarctica's ice, suggesting the existence of an ancient advanced civilization. No cities, no roads, no tools, no structures, nothing. While Antarctica was once warm, that period occurred millions of years before humans appeared. The timeline simply doesn't match. Yet despite these issues, the theory continues to capture imaginations, because Antarctica feels like the perfect place for a lost civilization, remote, inaccessible, and almost entirely hidden from view. But if ancient civilizations weren't hiding beneath the ice, then perhaps something else was. During the 20th century, a new mystery emerged, one involving war, secret missions, military expeditions, and rumors so strange that they continue to circulate nearly 80 years later. The story begins shortly after World War II, with an operation known as High Jump. By the end of World War II, the world had witnessed technologies that would have seemed impossible just a few decades earlier. Radar, jet aircraft, long-range rockets, secret military projects hidden from the public. And because of that, people began asking an uncomfortable question. What if some secrets never came to light? What if something had been hidden far from civilization, in Antarctica? The origins of this mystery trace back to the late 1930s. Nazi Germany launched an expedition to a region of Antarctica known as New Swabia. The official purpose was straightforward. Germany wanted to explore the area and identify locations that could support future whaling operations. Aircraft were sent to photograph vast stretches of the frozen continent. Flags were dropped from the sky to mark territorial claims. On paper, it appeared to be a routine exploration mission. But after the war, rumors began to spread. Some claimed the Nazis had discovered hidden caves beneath the ice. Others believed they had constructed secret underground facilities. According to the most extreme versions of the story, these facilities became the foundation for advanced technologies and hidden research programs. As the years passed, the theories grew even more elaborate. Underground cities, flying saucers, secret escape routes for high-ranking officials. Every decade seemed to add a new layer to the mystery, yet one problem remained: evidence. Then came an event that seemed to give the rumors new life. In 1946, the United States launched one of the largest Antarctic expeditions in history. Operation High Jump, led by Richard E. Byrd, the operation involved thousands of personnel, numerous aircraft, and a large naval fleet. To conspiracy theorists, this appeared suspicious. Why send such a massive force to one of the most remote places on Earth? Was the mission really scientific, or was something else happening? Soon, stories emerged claiming that Operation High Jump had encountered a hidden Nazi base. Some accounts even alleged encounters with mysterious aircraft capable of extraordinary speeds and maneuvers. According to these rumors, the operation ended prematurely because American forces faced technology far beyond anything they had expected. The story is certainly dramatic. But when historians examined the available records, a much simpler explanation emerged. Operation High Jump's primary goals were training, exploration, mapping, and testing equipment in extreme polar conditions. Antarctica proved brutally difficult. Harsh weather damaged aircraft. Equipment failures were common. Operating in such an environment was far more challenging than expected. The mission concluded after several months. No verified evidence of hidden bases was ever discovered, no recovered technology, no secret cities, no flying saucers. Yet the legend refused to die. Because Antarctica remained a blank canvas. And wherever information is limited, speculation tends to fill the gaps. But if secret bases weren't being discovered by military expeditions, perhaps modern technology would reveal something different. Because decades later, a new generation of investigators began searching Antarctica from space. In the age of satellite imagery, millions of people gained access to views of Earth that previous generations could only dream about. Suddenly, anyone with an internet connection could explore remote deserts, dense jungles, and even Antarctica. And before long, people started finding strange things. Across social media and online forums, screenshots began appearing: circular formations, unusual shadows, perfectly straight lines, objects that seemed almost artificial. Each new image sparked fresh speculation. Was it evidence of buried structures, ancient ruins, secret military facilities, something not entirely human? Some images accumulated millions of views. Videos promised shocking discoveries hidden beneath Antarctica's ice. The internet became fascinated with the idea that satellite technology was exposing long-hidden secrets. One of the most famous examples involved a mountain formation that appeared remarkably similar to a pyramid. The image spread rapidly online. Supporters claimed the shape was too precise to be natural. Some suggested it was proof of an ancient civilization. Others proposed an extraterrestrial origin. After all, pyramids are often associated with advanced engineering and lost knowledge. Could a gigantic pyramid really be hidden in Antarctica? Geologists had a different answer. Nature creates pyramid-shaped mountains all the time. These formations are known as glacial horns. They form when multiple glaciers erode a mountain from different sides over long periods of time. Famous examples exist across the world. The shape may appear artificial, but the process behind it is entirely natural. The Antarctic pyramid fits this explanation remarkably well. Once again, a mystery seemed less mysterious under closer examination. Antarctica is uniquely vulnerable to speculation. Few people visit it. Fewer still understand its geology. Satellite images can be misleading. Shadows distort perception. Snow creates unusual visual patterns. Compression artifacts can make ordinary features appear extraordinary. And because Antarctica already carries an aura of mystery, people naturally interpret strange images in dramatic ways. Yet, despite countless mistaken claims, there is an important truth hiding beneath the speculation. Antarctica really is extraordinary, just not always for the reasons people imagine. Because while the internet searched for hidden pyramids and secret bases, scientists were uncovering discoveries far more remarkable than any conspiracy theory. Beneath Antarctica's ice, scientists have discovered networks of flowing water stretching across vast distances. Entire river systems exist where no one expected them. These hidden waterways help shape the movement of the ice sheet itself. They transport heat, influence glaciers, and reveal that Antarctica is far more dynamic than it appears from above. Researchers have also uncovered evidence of microbial ecosystems living in extreme conditions. These organisms survive without sunlight, without traditional food chains, in environments that would seem completely inhospitable. Their existence has implications that extend far beyond Antarctica. If life can survive there, could similar life exist beneath the icy surfaces of distant moons, worlds like Europa or Enceladus? Antarctica has become a testing ground for one of humanity's biggest questions. Are we alone in the universe? The ice itself contains another hidden treasure: history. Layer after layer of frozen snowfall has preserved a record of Earth's climate stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. By drilling deep ice cores, scientists can study ancient atmospheres trapped inside tiny bubbles. These frozen records reveal how Earth's climate changed over time. In a sense, Antarctica functions as a gigantic natural archive, one that continues to teach us about our planet's past, and perhaps its future. After separating speculation from evidence, several conclusions become clear. Antarctica truly does contain hidden lakes, hidden rivers, hidden mountain ranges, ancient ecosystems, and geological mysteries that scientists are still working to understand. These discoveries are real, they are documented, and they are extraordinary. Claims involving lost civilizations remain unsupported. Stories about hidden Nazi superbases lack credible evidence. Satellite anomalies generally have natural explanations, and despite decades of speculation, no verified proof of alien structures has ever been found beneath Antarctica's ice. Yet perhaps the most fascinating mystery is not what we imagine is hidden beneath Antarctica. It's what we haven't discovered yet. Even today, large portions of the continent remain poorly understood. New technologies continue revealing features that were completely unknown just a few decades ago. Hidden valleys, buried landscapes, ancient ecosystems, entire worlds sealed beneath the ice. Antarctica reminds us that even in the age of satellites and supercomputers, our planet still holds secrets. For centuries, Antarctica has inspired stories of lost civilizations, hidden bases, and impossible discoveries. Most of those stories fall apart when confronted with evidence, but the truth doesn't need embellishment. Beneath Antarctica's frozen surface lies a landscape stranger than fiction, a place where mountains remain untouched, lakes exist in complete darkness, and clues to Earth's distant past wait silently beneath kilometers of ice. The greatest mystery of Antarctica may not be what we know, it's how much remains unknown. And somewhere beneath that endless white horizon, the next discovery is still waiting. Until then, Antarctica keeps its secrets,